here when you had 2 rooms? Raise your hand. 2 rooms, that's when I went. How many of you remember Mrs. Bloss's peanut butter cookies? Those were awesome. You want to make a fundraiser, find that recipe. If you're here today, you have a connection somewhere with this school, either the old Brown building or else with this magnificent facility here. Mine goes back 66 years. Many, many years of memories. But one that stands out probably the most was 3rd grade when our entire class went to our teacher's house to watch Queen Elizabeth's coronation on her little teeny TV. We don't do that anymore, do we? Classmates shared with me some of their memories. I like Dan Yates. When you come to the stop sign, look at the southeast corner of the building where it says Salem School. There's 4 squares on that building. That's the original building part. We didn't have basketball hoops. So, being an avid basketball player, the guys would stand out in front of the coal bin and shoot at those little squares. That was their basket game. We have connections that go through our whole life. Danny still plays basketball. I think of Queen Elizabeth's birthday. Diane Cook Panzer talked about not going to too many class trips, but we always played baseball. And I think it was about like where you're sitting. And if we hit a foul ball, it went into Mrs. Pilsky's chicken yard. And she was not very happy at all. One of my dear memories is Charlotte Birchall Lava. Double dating with her. Long before she became a teacher here for so many years. We have these memories that twine between us. And I don't want you to forget those memories. Find someplace when you go through this class, through this building. Find those memories. Hook up with them again. Enjoy the day.
I've got 3 memories that I'd like to share with you this afternoon. The first one comes from my very first year teaching here in Salem. About a week before Christmas, I came early one morning to find this very nice looking, freshly cut pine tree sitting outside the door of my classroom. And I thought, oh, how nice. Somebody, put the new kid, got the Christmas tree so we didn't have to worry about this room. So I nicely took it in the room. Thought it was great. It was a little later that morning when one of my students came up to me and said, if the office calls, you don't know anything about the tree that disappeared from my neighbor's yard last year. Well, fortunately, the office never called. We had a very nice looking Christmas tree that year. If any of you know where Mrs. Van Hersley's room is, or the intermediate computer lab, that used to be the end of the building before any of this, long before any of this was here. Well, there was one day, some blood-curdling screams came out of one of the classrooms, and I knew the homework wasn't that bad. But it was not uncommon that in the springtime, when it rained the night before, that all the field mice and salamanders would come crawling in under the door at the end of the hallway, looking for refuge under the sinks that we had in our room or behind the bookcases. Well, this one day, a group of them just decided during the daytime it would be nice to run around the classroom among all the kids' feet as they were sitting there. Well, that told you where the screams came from. But it wasn't just the mice and salamanders that came in. As one of the teachers found out, they looked up at the clock to see what time it was, to see a snake sitting on top of the clock. So the doors didn't fit quite as tight at that time as they do now. And one last item came, I don't remember the year, but it involved the administrative office area up there when they decided they needed a little extra space for the principal up there. And they had some pre-made panels that they used that would quickly snap together to form the walls. Well, I don't remember if it was the principal's birthday or April Fool's Day, But the day started nicely when all of a sudden the intercom came on, and this voice said, "Whoever has my filing cabinet, I need it back now." Well, the afternoon before, a group of anonymous teachers, after the principal left, wanted to test the theory. If these walls quickly went together, did they also quickly come apart? And so anything, filing cabinet, bookshelf, chairs, paper, if it wasn't nailed down, it was gone. And so began probably the longest lasting one-person scavenger hunt in the history of as the principal had to go out and find everything he thought he owned the night before. So, thank you.